Do your legs feel weaker than they used to? Is it getting harder to climb stairs or even stand up from a chair? You've tried walking more, eating better, but nothing seems to work. The truth? You're not just losing strength. Your body is missing something. And it's not a new medication or another expensive vitamin. It's a 5-cent scoop of one forgotten nutrient, proven in study after study to help seniors rebuild leg muscle, improve balance, and even reverse the clock on aging muscles. Today we'll expose what it is and exactly how to use it. You try to stay active. Maybe you walk daily, stretch in the mornings, even lift light weights at home. You eat your protein, take your vitamins, and do all the things you're supposed to do. But somehow your legs still feel weaker, slower, less stable. That's not laziness or aging. It's sarcopenia, the silent loss of muscle mass that begins in your 50s and accelerates rapidly after 60. According to research published in Age and Aging, nearly 1 in 3 adults over 60 experience significant muscle deterioration. But here's the problem. Most seniors don't even know it's happening until a fall or injury forces them to notice. And when they do try to fix it, they often hear the same advice. Move more, eat more protein, stay active. But what if that's not enough? Here's the truth. After 60, your muscles stop responding to food and exercise the way they used to. It's called anabolic resistance, a fancy term for your body becoming less efficient at using protein to rebuild muscle. Even if you're eating well and staying active, the signals inside your muscles may be too weak to trigger repair. That's where creatine comes in. And no, it's not just for bodybuilders. This humble nutrient, used safely for decades in sports science, is now showing powerful benefits for seniors. According to a 2022 meta-analysis in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle, creatine supplementation led to significant improvements in muscle mass, leg strength, and even balance and walking speed in older adults. Here's why that matters. Creatine acts like a fuel booster for your muscles. It restores the energy your cells need to function, especially during everyday movements like standing up, walking, or stabilizing yourself. In one study from the University of Oklahoma, seniors who took just 5 grams of creatine daily while doing light resistance training gained nearly twice the muscle mass of those who didn't. Even without exercise, creatine showed measurable benefits in preserving lean body mass. And we're not talking about expensive supplements or complicated routines. Creatine monohydrate, the most studied form, is cheap, tasteless, and found in nearly every supplement store for less than 5 cents per scoop. Mix it in water, take it daily, and let your body do the rest. But we're just getting started. Because while creatine fuels your muscles, it also affects your brain, coordination, and recovery speed, critical for any senior who wants not just strength, but stability. In the next section, we'll explore exactly how creatine helps rebuild aging legs, down to the cellular level, and why skipping it could be costing you more than strength. Muscles aren't just about size. They're your power source, your shock absorbers, your internal scaffolding. And when they weaken, everything from standing up to walking across a room becomes a struggle. But here's what most people don't realize. Muscle strength starts at the cellular level, in something called ATP, your body's energy currency. And creatine? It's the raw material your muscles need to make more ATP fast. Think of it like this. ATP is a battery. Every time you take a step, lift your leg, or shift your balance, you're using that battery. In young bodies, ATP recharges quickly, but after 60, that recharge slows down. Muscles get tired faster. Recovery takes longer. Movement becomes harder. Creatine restores that battery power, giving your muscles the energy they need to fire efficiently. And the change doesn't take months. In many studies, seniors reported improved energy and strength within just 7 to 10 days of consistent use. A 2018 study published in Experimental Gerontology found that older adults who supplemented with creatine showed increased performance in lower body strength tasks, including leg presses and timed sit-to-stands. That's not about looking good, it's about function, like getting off the toilet without help or walking uphill without feeling like you'll tip over. But the benefits go deeper. Creatine also hydrates muscle cells, drawing water into the fibers and improving their volume, density, and elasticity. That added hydration acts like a cushion, reducing the risk of strain and promoting faster recovery after physical activity, even something as light as gardening or climbing a few stairs. And unlike caffeine or painkillers that wear off in hours, creatine builds up in your system. The longer you use it, the more stable, lasting strength you gain, without the roller coaster crash. There's also growing evidence that creatine enhances neuromuscular communication, the electrical signals that travel from your brain to your muscles. This is especially important after 60, when those signals often slow down, leading to poor coordination, balance issues, and that frightening moment when your legs don't respond the way they should. One review from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition noted that creatine may even help reduce fall risk by improving the speed and accuracy of these muscular responses. This means your legs won't just feel stronger, they'll actually respond faster, making you more stable, more confident, and less vulnerable to stumbles or slips. And the best part? You don't need to overhaul your entire routine. A simple scoop a day, stirred into your water or morning tea, is enough to set these changes in motion. In the next section, we'll walk through how to take creatine the right way, the timing, the dosage, and a few important things to avoid if you want real results fast. Let's clear one thing up right now. Creatine is not a steroid. It's not just for gym rats. And no, you don't need to be lifting heavy weights to benefit from it. In fact, studies show that even without exercise, seniors who take creatine experience increased muscle retention, energy, and improved walking speed. So how do you take it correctly? It starts with the right type, creatine monohydrate. It's the most studied, most effective, and most affordable form, used in nearly every scientific trial. Skip the fancy new formulas. They cost more and don't work any better. Next, the dosage. Here's the good news. You only need 3 to 5 grams per day. That's one small scoop, about the size of a teaspoon. No loading phase, no cycling. Just consistency. You can take it at any time of day, but for optimal absorption, mix it with a meal or a warm beverage. Why? Because insulin helps shuttle creatine into your muscle cells, and eating a small meal can boost this process naturally. Some seniors prefer adding it to their morning tea or coffee. Others stir it into yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. It dissolves best in warm liquids, but don't worry, it's completely tasteless and odorless. You won't even know it's there. What about side effects? The most common? A little water retention in the muscles. That's not bloating, that's hydration. And it's exactly what helps plump up shrinking muscle fibers. As for the old myth about kidney damage, multiple studies, including a 2020 review in Nutrients, confirm that creatine is safe for healthy seniors when taken at recommended doses. If you already have chronic kidney disease, check with your doctor. But for most older adults, creatine is safer than many over-the-counter supplements. Another myth? You need to load creatine by taking high doses for a week. That's outdated. A steady daily dose of 3 to 5 grams is all you need. Within 7 to 14 days, many seniors report stronger legs, easier movement, and less fatigue. And here's something few people talk about. Absorption matters. If you're taking it but not seeing results, it could be due to digestive issues, dehydration, or not taking it consistently. Creatine works cumulatively. It builds up in your system. Miss a few days? You don't lose progress, but you do slow it down. And remember, this isn't about instant transformation. It's about daily strength, joint support, and fall prevention over time. Now, what happens when you combine creatine with the right kind of movement, even something as simple as light stretching or resistance bands? That's where things really start to shift. In the next section, We'll break down how pairing creatine with low-impact exercises can skyrocket your results without putting stress on your joints. Here's the truth. You don't need to join a gym. You don't need to lift weights. And you definitely don't need to do anything that hurts. But if you want to maximize the power of creatine, the secret lies in gentle movement, the kind that tells your muscles, hey, we still need you. Because when creatine enters your system, it's like giving your muscles high-quality fuel. But movement? That's the ignition key. Let's start with the most powerful move for leg strength after 60. Sit to stands. Just standing up from a chair and sitting back down, slowly, with control. It activates your thighs, glutes, calves, and core all at once. One 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology found that seniors who practiced sit-to-stands 5 times a day significantly improved their balance and leg endurance in just 2 weeks. No gym, no gear, just a sturdy chair. Next, try the wall push-up with heel raise. Stand an arm's length from a wall, press your hands into it, then rise onto your toes and slowly lower. It improves calf strength, ankle stability, and even posture. Do this near a table for balance if needed. Want better circulation and less stiffness? March in place for 60 seconds. Slowly lift your knees, one at a time, while swinging your arms gently. You're not just waking up your legs, you're improving neuromuscular response so that your muscles react faster when you move. That can be the difference between catching your balance or falling. Add in ankle circles, toe taps, or even light resistance band leg extensions while seated. These movements boost blood flow, signal your body to absorb more creatine, and help restore the coordination between brain and muscle that often fades with age. But the real key? Consistency. You don't need to do 30 minutes. You just need to do something daily. Even 5 minutes of movement paired with creatine triggers what scientists call muscle protein synthesis, your body's internal process for building strength. Don't underestimate the power of this. In a 2021 study published in Nutrients, older adults who paired creatine with light resistance training gained significantly more muscle mass and walking power than those who used either alone. The takeaway? It's not about pushing yourself to the limit. It's about showing up every day, even for a little, and letting your body respond. These simple movements, done consistently, will turn creatine from a supplement into a strength-building tool. Your muscles will feel fuller, your legs will feel more responsive, and those small victories, getting up easier, walking longer, standing taller, will start adding up fast. In the next section, we'll look at something even more powerful: the surprising brain benefits of creatine. Because stronger legs are only part of the picture. When your mind and muscles work in sync, your entire body transforms. It's easy to think of strength as something physical: muscles, movement, power. But behind every step you take is a command from your brain, a signal, a spark, a decision made in milliseconds. And after 60, those signals can slow down. Maybe you felt it: a delayed reaction when getting out of bed, a moment of hesitation on the stairs, a stumble that felt like it came out of nowhere. That's not clumsiness. It's your brain and body falling out of sync. But here's where creatine does something remarkable. Your brain, just like your muscles, runs on ATP, your body's cellular energy. And creatine isn't just found in muscle tissue. It's stored in the brain, too. It's one of the few nutrients that can cross the blood-brain barrier, directly fueling your brain cells when they start to run low. According to a 2019 review in Frontiers in Nutrition, creatine supplementation in older adults has been linked to faster cognitive processing, better memory recall, and improved task switching, especially under fatigue. In simple terms, creatine helps your brain fire faster and more clearly. That means your reaction time improves, Your balance stabilizes, your confidence in motion returns, and when your brain is sharp, your body responds in kind. In a split second, you can adjust your foot position, tighten your grip on a railing, or shift your weight before you fall. That tiny window, those 300 milliseconds, can be the difference between a bruise and a broken hip. But there's more. Studies show that creatine may also support mood regulation and mental clarity, reducing symptoms of fatigue and brain fog. In seniors who reported low energy or mental sluggishness, creatine often helped restore a sense of alertness and vitality within weeks. Why does this matter? Because aging isn't just about physical decline. It's about preserving independence. And when your brain feels sharp, your decisions get faster, your coordination gets cleaner, and your confidence to move in public, at home, or outdoors comes back. So no, creatine isn't just about muscle, it's about mental resilience. It's about syncing your movements with your mind, so that every step, every turn, every action feels intentional, responsive, and safe. In the next section, we'll reveal the top 3 mistakes seniors make when using creatine, and how to avoid them, so you don't waste time, money, or effort on what could be the simplest strength upgrade of your life. By now you know creatine can rebuild strength, sharpen your mind, and restore confidence in your body. But here's the part no one talks about. Most seniors who try creatine give up too soon, not because it doesn't work, but because they make 3 simple, preventable mistakes. Let's break them down, so you don't waste a single scoop. Mistake number 1, inconsistency. Creatine doesn't work like caffeine. You don't feel it instantly. It's not a buzz, it's a buildup. Your muscles and brain need time to saturate with creatine, usually 7 to 21 days. That's why the key is daily use. Miss a day here or there? Fine. But skipping 3, 4, or 5 days at a time resets the clock. It's like trying to fill a pool with a leaky hose. You never reach the level that makes a difference. Think of creatine as a slow-moving elevator. Once it reaches the top, you stay strong and steady, but only if you keep pressing the button every day. Mistake number 2, not drinking enough water. Creatine draws water into your muscle cells. That's part of how it hydrates and strengthens them. But if you're dehydrated, your body can't absorb it properly. The result? You feel sluggish. You might blame the creatine. But the truth is, your muscles are asking for more fluid to make it work. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. More if you're active or live in a dry climate. Adding a pinch of salt or an electrolyte powder can also help absorption, especially in the morning. Mistake number 3, taking the wrong kind. Marketing loves to confuse people, so you'll see creatine ethyl ester, creatine HCl, micronized creatine, and more. Here's what decades of science say. Stick with creatine monohydrate. It's the gold standard, the one used in over 90% of clinical trials, and the one proven to help seniors build leg strength, improve cognition, and enhance mobility. All the other versions? No better, just more expensive. And one bonus mistake? Taking creatine with just water on an empty stomach, thinking that's healthier. Creatine absorbs better with food, especially carbohydrates. Add it to a smoothie, stir it into yogurt, or take it after a small meal. Your muscles will thank you. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll unlock everything creatine is capable of. Stronger legs, quicker recovery, sharper thinking, real, lasting results. 7 days. That's all it takes to start feeling the shift. We're not talking about bodybuilder gains. We're talking about something far more powerful: stability, confidence, energy, the ability to move through your day without second-guessing your legs. Here's what can happen when a senior starts taking 1 scoop of creatine daily, consistently, for just 1 week. Day 1. You mix it into your morning tea. It tastes like nothing. It feels like nothing. But something inside your muscles starts to change. Cellular hydration increases. The recharge process begins. You may not feel it yet, but your body knows something different is coming. Day 2. You feel a bit more steady getting out of bed. It's subtle, but when you stand up, your legs don't tremble like they usually do. Is it in your head? Maybe, but it's also in your cells. ATP production, your muscles' energy fuel, is rising. Day 3. There's a new kind of energy, not a jolt, not a buzz, just ease. You walk from the kitchen to the living room without gripping the counter. Your knees don't ache as much when you sit. You feel more present, more capable, like your body is listening again. Day 4. You sleep better. Your muscles feel less tight. You wake up without that deep fatigue dragging you down. Studies show creatine supports sleep quality by improving cellular energy in brain and muscle tissue. Now, you're experiencing it firsthand. Day 5. You bend over to pick something up and realize you didn't think twice. Your legs caught you. Your balance held. That moment that used to feel risky, now it feels routine. Your body didn't hesitate. That's neuromuscular response catching up with your mind. Day 6. You go for a walk. Same route, but it feels lighter. Your stride feels fuller. You even take the stairs instead of the elevator. Just one flight, but it's one more than you took last week. That's progress, and you feel it. Day 7. You notice something unexpected. It's not just your legs, it's your mood, your clarity. The way you're thinking feels faster, sharper, less foggy. Your posture, taller, your pace, more confident. You're still you, but you feel like a stronger version of you. All of that in just 1 week. And this is only the beginning. Because when creatine becomes part of your daily rhythm, those early wins turn into lasting change. Every cell in your body begins to operate with more fuel, more resilience, and more purpose. In the final section, we'll bring it all together and leave you with one question that could redefine how you age from this point forward. Here's the part most people miss. Muscle doesn't just disappear overnight. It doesn't vanish in one fall or one skipped workout or one bad week. It fades quietly, one unsteady step at a time, one chair you start avoiding, one flight of stairs that feels just a little too steep. And just like that, independence starts slipping away. But what if you could reverse that? What if 5 cents a day could start buying it back? Not in theory, but in measurable, physical strength. No hype, no fads, just one scoop, one decision. 1 week from today, you're waking up with more power in your legs, more balance in your steps, and more clarity in your mind. Not because of a miracle, but because of consistency, because of a nutrient your body already knows how to use, one that's been proven, tested, and trusted, but overlooked by the very people who need it most. You don't have to feel like you're slipping anymore. You don't have to just accept weakness. You don't have to wait for a fall to take action. Your muscles are listening. Your body is still capable. And every gram of creatine you give it is one step back toward strength. So here's the question. What happens if you start tomorrow? What happens when you wake up 7 days from now and you feel it? Don't answer now. Feel it. Let your legs tell you.